Hi everybody, Hetty here. Today I want to share 3 techniques to help bring harmony to your nervous system, ground you on your feet, and bring balance to your body. So the first technique is a breathing exercise that you can do seated, standing, or even laying down. So go ahead and find a comfortable position. And you can just find your sitting bones. You can even have a cushion behind you, however you feel most supported. And then rest your hands on your belly. And you're welcome to close your eyes for this, or maybe just keep a soft gaze somewhere ahead of you. And the first thing we're going to do is just notice our natural breathing rhythm without changing it or manipulating it. Just be with your breath for a few moments. And the exercise we're going to do is a breathing technique that you inhale naturally, organically, and the exhale is going to be as if you're breathing through a little cocktail straw. So I can do it one time and you can watch, or you can just go ahead and join in with me. So whenever your next inhale comes in, you just let it come in naturally. And when you're ready to exhale, you imagine you're blowing out through a little cocktail straw. And you breathe out until there's nothing left. So inhale through the nose, let your belly rise, your ribs expand. And you breathe out through that little cocktail straw until there's nothing left. The way bottom of that exhale, you'll feel a gentle hugging in of your abdominal muscles. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale through the nose. And breathe out through that little cocktail straw until you feel the hugging in of your abdominal muscles at the way bottom of the exhale. Just one more time, inhale and exhale. You can bring your hands down. And before you go about your day or move on to the next exercise, just notice how you feel. Resume natural organic breath. Maybe you notice your breath feels a little calmer, maybe a little fuller, maybe just generally feel a little bit better. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's move on to number 2. So this one you're gonna need to stand up, just pause the video and go roll up a big sock ball. So I'll use the socks just so that you know it doesn't matter what you use. You just need something to make your ground a little bit uneven. So let me lower this down a little bit so you can see. Now you can have a chair nearby, especially if balancing on one leg feels a little iffy for you. And you just put that ball or rolled up socks on the floor. And so we're essentially going to make ourselves fall and wobble a little bit so that we can come back and find our center. So it doesn't matter which foot you start with, you're just gonna stand on the ball or rolled up socks. So just place your foot on the prop and start to step on it, right? As if you're like squashing like a big grape. I Love Lucy style, right? And so as you get a little bit more comfortable standing on uneven ground, I want you to see if you can hold your balance just a little bit longer. And the most important thing here is that we do challenge ourselves, right? So notice all the wobbles, all the wiggles that happen when you start to challenge your balance. What I find most fascinating is how the rest of my body responds to a balance challenge. I feel my abdominal muscles start to engage. I feel my arms start to move out like I'm walking on a tightrope wire. And then I want you to challenge yourself a little bit more by just stepping in different directions and seeing if you can pause and hold and feel yourself almost fall, but you won't. Your body will catch you. Just do that 1 or 2 more times on this leg. And don't forget to breathe. It helps with balance. It really does. It lowers your center of gravity when you're breathing down into your belly. So let the breath come in and exit naturally. And then step off the prop, the ball, the socks, whatever you're using. And before we go to the other side, just stand on your 2 feet. Now, something interesting you may feel before we do the other side is that the 2 feet feel different. You may feel a bit more grounded through the side that you worked on or that you stood on. Maybe even a little bit taller and more lifted through that side that you played around with. So let's go to the other side. You can move the chair around so you get as comfortable as you need to be to practice this. So the other foot is going to step on the prop, the wobbly, wiggly prop. Right, and so maybe you just start with like a little step, right, just nice and simple. And then eventually you can start to really challenge yourself here, right? So you can purposefully take yourself into more challenging positions. And what's great is knowing that if you fall, your body will catch you. Right, so that's really good practice just for daily life, knowing that if you trip a little bit, if you stumble, you can trust that your body will catch you. Okay, so just a few more moments. Maybe you try different kinds of steps, stepping diagonally back. Maybe it's just staying up a little bit longer. Maybe it's even bending the leg or the knee that is standing on the prop. And maybe you're having fun, and that's really good for balancing your energy too, right? So just one more little wiggle wobble, challenge yourself, balance, and then step on off. Take a moment, feel your body. Notice your feet on the floor. Maybe they feel a little bit more spread, right? It's really nice to find your balance by letting yourself go off balance a little bit. It's not even just that it's nice, it's necessary. All right, so I hope that was fun for you. Let's go on to technique number 3. And you could do this one standing. I'm going to do it seated. I'm actually going to turn to my side so that you can see. So technique number 3 for finding balance in your body, your energy, and your life. So go ahead and find a seat. I'll take this off so you can get a better visual of what we're working with. So again, just find your sitting bones. Feel your feet on the floor. So we're going to be moving through a wave-like motion of our spine. And the first thing we'll do is find the beginning and the end of our spine. So take one hand. I want you to find your tailbone. So you may just need to lay your hand at the base or the back of your pelvis, and right at the base of that sacrum, that triangular bone at the back of your pelvis, you're going to feel your coccyx, your tailbone. So go ahead and try to find it. And that's the bottom of your spine, all the way down there. And the top of the spine is right around where the skull is connecting to the spine. So if you find the base of the skull, there's like a little ditch in the back of your head, more or less, that's where the top of your spine is. So that's where we'll keep our 2 hands. Now we're going to go into flexion and extension of the spine, right? Initiating the movement from these 2 ends. So go ahead and tuck your pelvis. This is called a posterior tilt of your pelvis. And then allow that movement to translate vertebra by vertebra up your spine until your head drops, your chin tucks. And then let's again initiate from the tailbone. So start to tilt your pelvis. This is called an anterior tilt of the pelvis until each vertebra, one by one, tilts you into extension. Let's do that again. So starting with a posterior tilt of the pelvis, right, until your chin tucks. And then tuck or tilt the pelvis, anterior tilt, until your chin lifts. Now we can take our hands away and continue the movement. So go ahead, just neutralize the spine. Let's do it with a little bit of arm lifting. So go ahead and lift your arms up. Now we're going to initiate the movement with our head. Let that movement translate all the way down until you're in that tilt of the pelvis, that anterior tilt. And then begin to tuck your chin and let that movement translate all the way down to your pelvis. Arms will come down, hands to your knees. Let's do that a few more times. So let the arms lift, the head will lift. The spine moves into extension, vertebra by vertebra, until your pelvis is anteriorly tilted. And then bring your arms down nice and slow and steady. Tuck your chin, round your upper back, middle back, pelvis tucks. One more time. Go ahead and lift your arms, lift your gaze, lift your heart all the way down until your pelvis tilts. That tailbone swings back, and then bring the arms down, tuck your chin, and round your whole spine. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine and just take a moment and see how we feel, right? This is a really important moment to notice if we feel any different. You can keep your eyes open and closed and just notice the state of your body, the state of your breath, your general energy. I hope you're feeling a little bit more balanced, a little bit more harmonized. Stay tuned for more and have a wonderful, wonderful